Hi, Sag. I hope that you all are doing well. When I was meditating on the energy, I was getting something so specific about like personal sense of fashion. For some of you, you may be even like discovering or rediscovering how you want to be like wearing your clothes, what you want to be wearing, how you even want to be appearing or presenting yourself. Because it can be something where like maybe you felt like you found your fashion sense or a way that you like to dress, and maybe this is something that you're reconfiguring now. Like you may feel like you've gotten to a place where maybe you want to wear a different sort of clothing or present yourself in a different type of way. And I was definitely getting a lot about that, like shopping around even for clothing, or like discovering clothing or finding it wherever you go to do those things. Some of you thrifting and stuff. But yeah, it felt like wanting to find your personal style, because you may feel like some of the clothing that you have, like you don't actually resonate with that anymore. Maybe you feel like it doesn't represent you in the way that like different types of clothing could. So it seems like you may be like cataloging or going through something even. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm getting something about a very bold blue color here. It's like a brighter shade of like a blueberry color. Okay, so we're starting off with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Seeing the number 14, this came through in one of the other readings. I'm getting even something about Scorpio now. I did see the Death card in the pre-shuffle also. Okay, Sag. You're the only major arcana that we're seeing right now, which is quite fitting for you. It looks like there's something that you have that you had been working towards that feels relatively stable. It's one of those moments where you needed some sort of foundation prior to like veering off, and now I'm seeing you get to the point where you want to veer off. But I'm seeing that like you needed to build this foundation absolutely before you could do this, because it's like I'm seeing an image of somebody here, and they wanted to build something to a certain height before they could jump off of it. And in order to effectively leap off of this thing, if it's unstable, when you jump, it's kind of going to crumble down and you're not really going to get anywhere. However, when you have this solid foundation, it's a sturdy thing for you to be jumping off of, so your leap is going to be much more effective. Fast, advanced is what I'm hearing, and I'm absolutely seeing this be a metaphor here for like a direction that you want to take things in, and because you have that stable foundation that you've been looking to build and putting in the time and energy and consistency that needs, it's going to allow you to go in this direction. For some of you, you're still in the midst of doing this. You know that there is a direction or a space that you're trying to get into, and you also know that it's going to take some time for you to do this. I'm seeing patience be very important. That's not to say you're not going to get there. This is to say that if you are patient and consistent and move along with the process, you are going to get to where you want to get. It may just not happen as quickly as you want it to, which is definitely the agenda of the ego, because I'm seeing it be like, if you take your time with this, if you're patient with the process, if you move with the ebbs and the flows of the energy, this thing, this direction, this project, this person, whatever it is for you, I'm seeing that you're going to get to this place. But because there's a sense of newness here with whatever this is, you taking your time is going to be extremely important. So this is not something that you can rush through. Otherwise, the quality is going to be affected, is what I'm hearing. But for some of you, there's some type of struggle or stress that's related to like your finances or your career right now. And you may be getting some sort of help or assistance. This looks like a moment to like phone a friend, or somebody's going to be coming through to help you. I'm seeing you calling somebody. They may not pick up right away, but they're going to call you back. With the King of Pentacles, it's like you have to wait for this person to come through and help you. This may be a more like slow moving person. It's like maybe they're not in completely on the same wave as you are with like how fast paced you're doing things, so it may take a little bit of time. I'm hearing Virgo. It may take a little bit of time for them to kind of like get on the same wavelength as you, but they're coming nonetheless. Yeah, I'm seeing you dealing with somebody that... Okay. There's somebody in your life right now that you may work very differently than this person. I'm seeing somebody more reserved, somebody more slow moving. And in a way, you guys are going to absolutely be able to collaborate together. However, this person may have like a lot of different responsibilities and stuff, and maybe like your focus is completely on this thing, and this is just one of the things that they're focusing on. So it's going to take like a little bit of time for you guys to match up completely. And you're meant to be patient with this. This is not the time to abandon ship with whatever this is. It's going to work out. But I'm seeing there be stress like surrounding this, and I don't know if it's because of this person or because of a job or because of like your responsibilities in general, but I'm seeing that like this collaboration is actually meant to help you and is going to help you. This is going to help you get into a place that you actually want to go into, and it seems like this person plays some sort of important role in like the chess game of whatever this is that's unfolding. So it's something that you're going to want to explore, and for whatever reason you kind of like need this person in order for you to get like maybe a means to getting where you want to go. But the compromise would be you like patiently working things out with this person in order to collaborate with them. We're looking at the archetype of the King of Pentacles here. So as I said before, this can be somebody more slow moving. They have a lot of responsibilities that they're taking care of. A more reserved energy. I am getting the word methodical. And they may like to check and double check and recheck things, whereas you're like, you know what, I thought about it and I figured it out and I'm good to go. They may be more slow in like making decisions or executing things. They're going to be very detail oriented. Like you may see them as not... I'm just getting something about the slowness of this energy in comparison to you. And that's not to say that like one going slower, moving faster is better than the other. You guys just have different ways that that you like approach situations, at least this situation. This is somebody that you know. From the past. For some of you, this is somebody that you had possibly a physical relationship with. If not that, this is somebody that you have fun with. You do creative things with this person. This is somebody that like the relationship would involve good times with this person rather than like a sense of seriousness and consistency. It would be more about like exploring and having fun and laughing and stuff like that. You may even be trying to regain a sense of normalcy with this person to get back into a pattern. This is very interesting. Yeah, I'm seeing definitely a sense of attraction here. This is a reunion vibe. It looks like you're reconnecting with someone. To see the Six of Cups and also the Three of Cups, this is definitely somebody you know. For sure. Somebody you had great chemistry with, at least in the past. You may be thinking about them. I'm seeing a sense of like thinking about times that you had with this person. Like when you were having fun with them. For some of you, it's even like related to the sacral energy. This looks like an established relationship. Something going on in your current life that looks like it's stable in some sort of way, whether this be your home or a relationship that you're in. There's some sort of stress that the past is putting on something that you're currently involved in. I'm also getting the notion of wanting a sense of stability, but possibly this is either wanting a sense of stability with somebody that your actual dynamic is not something stable, or it didn't get off to a foot where you're building stability. So this is like you are looking for a long-term relationship with somebody that's inconsistently in and out of your life. Or you are looking to build stability within like your career or your job, but you're inconsistent with how you show up for work and doing work. It's like maybe you only want to do the fun parts of the job, and when it comes to like showing up on time every single day consistently, that may be something that you're struggling with. For some of you, you even feel like your work life and your personal life kind of clash with one another too. And it's like you want the stability and the things that come along with the job and whatnot. However, like you may have a hard time showing up. It's like when you show up, you're passionate about it and you're getting things done, but it may not be like all the time that you're coming through. And this can absolutely be a person too. It doesn't have to be like you and your job and career. I'm seeing there definitely be a heaviness with some sort of chemistry that you have. So it's like either this person wants to come through and approach you. There's definitely a sense of wanting to, somebody within their energy right now wants to like run into the past or connect with this person or reconnect with this person with like all of the passion that they have. And this is something that may be being tempered right now. What's interesting is that it's saying that that's actually going to help you get off to the right foot. So it's like if you want to have somebody in your life and connect with them, even though you may, like, for example, want to get physical with them right now, you're being guided to wait. That's what's going to help you have what you want with this person. And to be able to properly collaborate with them, work with them, see eye to eye with them. It helps you bring, this is the difference between rushing into things where you may get half of the outcome of a manifestation that you want. However, if you're patient and are executing things properly, you are going to get like the full outcome of a manifestation that you want. You're just gonna have to temper something. Because there's like even some type of maturity or development that happens with you being patient and waiting for something rather than seizing it immediately. It's almost a notion of like having a plant that's growing, and you can either, you see it growing and there's one fruit, that's come to fruition on the plant. And if you grab that one fruit, it's not going to blossom anymore. However, if you wait for like 5, I'm hearing, or 9 more fruits to come out on the plant, you'll be able to take all of those rather than that one. But if you're impatient and you just see the one and you grab it and don't allow the rest to bloom, there's a sense of like just getting that little bit rather than the whole thing that you want. I'm just looking at you here, Sag. Hi, O. I'm hearing the name Sarah. Looks like this is also about standards too. Okay, so you want to think about here the way for some of you, you are getting involved with a situation where you already have an idea of like what you're looking for or what you want from a situation, or how you expect things to go, or how you want to be treated, or like what you're looking for. And I'm getting like you're in touch so much so as to be able to even be able to tell whether you're going to get what you want or not from a situation. This is very interesting. So it's like you can almost foresee whether or not something is going to be worth it to you to be investing in even. Because I'm looking at the 6 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. There may be something that you know that you need to sit with still and review this. And this can be like something that you know within like your heart or within your third eye that you're being guided to like really pay attention to right now. I don't know why there's this notion of like needing to focus on this thing. It's related to the 6 of Pentacles. And I'm seeing this already be information that you have obtained. So it's not something that you're looking for anymore. It's something that you have, but you need to look at it. So it's like already within your possession. It's like having something in your pocket, but you need to take it out and analyze it. So this thing is like already on your body, it's already on your person, but it's meant to be looked at, maybe even so as to expose something. If you're in a situation where you are anticipating that something is going down in a way where you need to advocate for yourself, otherwise somebody may make some sort of selfish move or take advantage of you in some way. I'm seeing it be less so about like them trying to take something from you, and more so about this person being in a space where it's like they're just concerned with themselves, and so they're like not really thinking of you. You may need to call this out, because I'm even seeing it be like, say you go out to eat with somebody, and it's like you'll pay for it, and you're waiting for that person to, I don't know, to like pay you back or something. It's like, this is a moment where you may need to say something to this person, otherwise they're not going to pay you back. But they're not thinking about it in a way where they feel like they're stealing or taking something from you. They may just be like, oh, they paid for it, and unless they remind me, like, I may not need to pay them back for it. I feel like that's a weak example, but yeah, it's something like that going on here, where the way that you're holding people accountable is maybe different than how you had been doing it before. Like, maybe you were in a more easygoing place where it's like, if they pay me back, they pay me back, or if they don't, they don't. However, this may be like the principle of a situation where this is about you finding your voice and saying what you need to say, because you should be being paid back, you know, if that was the deal that you made. So it's about like following through with like these agreements that you've made and stuff like that, and making sure that like if somebody is not as aware or conscious of holding up their end of the bargain, I am definitely getting it, like this person may not do it on purpose. It may just be like they're so consumed with themselves that like they're not in a space to be thinking about you. I'm definitely getting that with the Five of Swords here. Like, I'm not seeing somebody that's purposely being selfish, but it's like they just may be very self-absorbed. And so you're going to have to like remind them that you're there, that they owe you money, or like whatever your agreement was with this person. And I mean, that's just an example. But yeah, I'm getting something like that. And it's like, you may not have called things out like this in the past, but I'm seeing like you've changed. There's some sort of change when it comes to how you use your throat chakra in relation to like what you know even, and what you deserve. I'm interested in why the High Priestess is here, though. So maybe we're going to get a different line. Yeah. Yeah, with the Justice card here. It's like, this is about you knowing what your expectations are, how you expect other people to be treating you. It's also about knowing how you treat other people and holding them to the same standard as well. And being like, I treat you with respect, I also expect to be treated with respect. And if that's not happening, set boundaries. Because there's even a sense of like knowing something that you know, and you're meant to be following your intuition with that and trust it. Whatever this deep sense of knowing is that you have. Yeah. As I said before about like setting boundaries if something is not happening. And this may be something that doesn't feel particularly comfortable, but it's something you need to do for yourself. There's definitely a big stress here on using your throat chakra, calling things out, advocating for yourself. And doing so in a way that's different than how you had been doing it before. There's like some sort of change with how you do this now. But this may be unpleasant at times, because it's like, well, I don't want to focus on like the negativity or whatever, but I'm seeing like something does need to be discussed. Something does need to be talked about. Otherwise, somebody is going to continue treating you in a way that you don't feel good about, and you're going to be like, I should have stepped in and advocated for myself. This is what I'm seeing here. But it's like the right thing to do for you to say what you need to say in this situation. Otherwise, you are going to be dealing with like the emotional and the energetic and mental impact of a situation where you're not showing up for yourself. Yeah, it looks like something happens and it needs to be talked about. Some situation needs to be made right, but it may be something that like you don't feel particularly comfortable talking about this. More so because you don't feel comfortable completely advocating for yourself, actually. For some reason, which would come from a place of insecurity. The thing too that I'm getting is that like you may want somebody to even like apologize or appeal to you emotionally or sentimentally. It's like you may want that, but it's like it's not the type of person that's actually going to do that. I'm even hearing something about pigs flying. It's like this is not the type of person to come and apologize to you, but for some reason there's still like a hope or a desire for them to appeal to you emotionally or sentimentally. Because I'm seeing you be very receptive. It's like you're waiting for the Five of Swords to apologize to you. That's the last thing that they're going to be doing. Or to come through with some emotional message. Because I'm seeing you very much sit in this energy of the... You see how this is? It's like... You want the Five of Swords to apologize to you. That is the last thing that the Five of Swords is going to do. Like, they are not going to apologize to you. This is not somebody that's holding themselves accountable. This is somebody, it's like, you want this person to turn around and come through and deliver a message to you. This does very much feel like an apology or something emotionally. And I'm seeing you be in this place. It's like, you're over here waiting for something and being like, I'm receptive, I'm open. And it's like, this person is not going to turn into this and give you the message that you want. And I'm seeing this be something you want. Like, I'm seeing you even play out this scenario in your head where it's like, you're in this gracious energy, like waiting for somebody to approach you and apologize or do whatever it is that you want from them. And like, you're definitely barking up the wrong tree with this person. I keep hearing this is the last thing that they're going to do. So maybe you even want them to come through and say something to you without you having to say something, but you're going to have to say something. This is what I'm getting here. And there are definitely emotional boundaries that need to be placed. Otherwise, you're leaving yourself wide open to be extremely disappointed by this situation. This is also about communicating, because I'm seeing too, like, you may not be communicating something that needs to be communicated. And it's like, this person is so self-absorbed. They have no idea what you're thinking. They're not thinking about you. So you would need to bring this up to them. It's like trying to bargain with somebody that's not in the place where, like, naturally there's somebody that bargains or collaborates. And I'm getting like, you know this too. So this is about listening to what your intuition is telling you and finding a way to work through this situation and do so intuitively. And maybe you are in more of like a receptive anticipation type of energy when it comes to how you're working things with this person. So it's more like you need to play the leader here. This person is not going to do that for you. And as much as you may be uncomfortable, like confronting things or setting boundaries or being more active, it's something that needs to happen. Because I'm seeing that unless you step into a position where you are being very, very explicit within your communication about setting boundaries, especially to protect yourself emotionally, and you are also willing to call things out that need to be called out, this is not going to end in a way that feels good to you. So even though this may be uncomfortable, this is a great space for you to be growing within right now. This is like a lot of personal growth and progress that you are making through interacting with this person. So this is like for your personal development that you have this thing going on. Yeah, I keep getting this notion of like you're expecting somebody to apologize to you, but like they may not even think that they did something to you that's worth apologizing, and this would be why you need to bring it to their attention. Like if they offended you or hurt you in some sort of whatever it was that happened, that went down, that you're not cool with, they're not receptive enough, or like they're not holding space for you enough or seeing you enough to understand where you are emotionally, and that's why this needs to be communicated. It's like if you even want to like have the opportunity to express to them the way that you're feeling, so possibly they can understand if they're willing and open to. The only way that this is going to happen is if you bring something to light. They're not going to realize this on their own. This person is like looking everywhere except for at you and what's going on in your emotional world. I'm looking at the moon, Scorpio, Leo, Libra. Remember, energies can be reversed too. You know what, too? This may be like a teaching moment as well. It's like if you very gracefully, in a well thought out way, without like judgment and all of that, bring this situation up to this person, this may be a growing moment for them too, where they realize something that like they weren't able to see before. Because there's a sense of like you being in a different place emotionally than they are, and this may be an opportunity for them to grasp even a concept that they hadn't understood before, or be more conscious or aware of something. Like I'm seeing this be a moment where both of you guys are meant to be like teaching each other something right now. You're learning how to advocate for yourself and communicate things that need to be communicated, rather than assuming and being angry just because somebody can't read your mind or what's going on for you emotionally, or they have so much going on that they're not paying attention to it. And this may be a moment too where this person like kind of looks around outside of themselves and pays attention to another person and understands like how they're affecting another person, and how their actions have affected you. Very interesting, Sag. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.